Because you're not looking at it like that. I look at women, real men look at women as little kids, like children almost, because we can destroy you, we can crush you. So we have more compassion to the weak.
All right, guys, I gotta talk about this fascinating story with Cooley and a modern woman. Okay, this modern woman is gonna make the claim and argument that a woman would be a better leader than a man. Okay, so let's get into it. Here we go.
Who you think is a better leader, men or women?
I would say women, but you will want to try to make me a feminist because I say that.
I mean, I do think that you're a feminist, but we'll get into that. But I want to understand why you think women are better leaders. I want to go to your true core beliefs, what you think, not what no one else thinks. So why do you think women are better leaders than men?
I believe that women would make a better leader because we are more compassionate. We think things out more thoroughly. Now, men are more analytical. Y'all get that. Y'all are that. But in regards to patience, compassion, and nurturing, so I just believe that we would. I mean, the whole situation we're in right now with the two people that we have to choose from, neither one of their records are, good records. So I'm going to just say that like that. But if we get back to our natural selves, as far as being African-centered and not so indoctrinated by European customs, yeah, women would be the best choice.
Okay. So you stated that women are better leaders because they are more compassionate, they are more patient, and they are nurturing.
Mm.
Okay. So you think that those qualities are leadership traits?
They are a part of what makes a good leader, yes.
Okay.
Less wars, less conflict. I mean, nowadays, if you're looking at...
So let's just have a logical discussion.
Yeah,
you said
we are.
Passionate, patience, and nurturing. You said that I think that those are some of the qualities that makes a good leader.
Correct.
And then you were expounding on it, well, because more...
Less conflict.
Less conflict. Okay, so you think that there would be less conflict with having patience?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How would it be less conflict if you are patient?
Because you're able to communicate and work things out in a more rational way versus, okay, well, my ego, my pride, I am the head and I see the head.
Okay, so you said rational, right? We're going to pick apart everything you're saying.
This reminds me of the show, The Island. Okay, you guys remember The Island where they had women on one side, they had men on the other side, and each group was responsible for starting a fire, pitching a tent, shelter, looking for food, water, hunting, so on and so forth. Okay, and it was so bad for the women that they couldn't even start a fire. Okay, they couldn't agree upon how to look for water and food. Okay, shelter was an issue for them to build things and so on and so forth because they couldn't really determine who was going to be the leader. They were kind of bickering and going back and forth with each other. It was a hot mess. It really was. Meanwhile, the men were thriving. They were hunting, they were fishing, they were gathering water, they were having fun, they were starting fires. Okay, and it was so bad for the women that some of them had to go over to the men's section because they couldn't agree upon how to start a fire. Okay, I'm just saying. So you have real life examples and history of men being better leaders, and especially when they're thrown to the elements and they have to sink or swim. Yeah, men are thriving in those kind of environments because their natural instincts kick in. Okay, so I find it quite fascinating that she's saying that women would be better leaders. And I mean, listen, we all need each other. Okay, we are better united versus divided. Okay, but when it comes to the context of this video, men are better leaders than women. Okay, it is what it is.
And I'm repeating what you're saying back so you understand. So I'm still meaning what you're saying. So you know I'm not trying to manipulate you because I want to put words in your mouth, right? Cool. So you said that the patience and stuff like that will lead to more rational thinking. So rational thinking is someone that prioritizes reality and truth and logic over feelings, right?
True.
Got it. So women are higher in, let's just speak about the biology now. Women are higher in estrogen. So that means that they feel more emotions. Women are higher in trait neuroticism. That means that they feel more negative emotions, right? So women experience more units of negative emotions per situation. This is a fact in the world of psychology. That is true.
And by what statistics do you get that? I mean,
you can look it up.
You can look DSM?
It up. It's in the CDC. You can look it up. All the psychologists know these are facts. So it doesn't mean, right, that men don't feel negative emotions. All human being feels negative emotions. Mm-hmm. But when you look at the averages, right, women on average experience more negative emotions than men. And we see this in the world in general when women get triggered by so many things. Obviously, she's felt more negative emotions to it. That doesn't mean that you yourself feel a lot of negative emotions. That means that women in general, on average, experience more negative emotions than men. This is why even in divorces, think about it, women initiate 70 to 80% of the divorces. Well, we can say there's many reasons the man is doing bad things and all of this. You could say if you blame it all on the man. The man isn't the one that's leaving the woman. The woman is the one that's leaving the man. So meaning that she's feeling much more negative emotions, and even the situation may not even be that big. So women will leave the situation. They don't lead anything. If they are leading, they lead whatever they are leading to the end. Now let's expound on a few of the other points you made. So let's go back to the leadership part. So you said some of the qualities that leaders embody is compassion, patience, and nurturing. Right? So do you think that those are qualities in a leader that needs to be prioritized?
Yes, I do.
Got it. So what about these ones, right? So patience, that's the opposite of being assertive. If you have all of this patience, you may need to act. Leaders know when to act, and you may need to act quick. You may need to act tactical. You may need to deductive problem solve. You may need to have some spatial awareness, which men have more spatial awareness than women have. This is why women are bad with directions, but men aren't. You may need to be stronger, because if you are stronger physically, you're more likely to have compassion. Think about it. If I know I'm stronger than you and you get upset, I'm more likely to have compassion with you because I know that I can destroy you, right? You are weaker. So if you get upset, you're not having any compassion. You're like, well, I'm just going to wow out and go all crazy, because you're not looking at it like that. I look at women, real men look at women as little kids, like children almost, because we could destroy you. We can crush you. So we have more compassion to the weak. If you are weak, you have no compassion for the strong. It doesn't go the opposite way. Strong has compassion for the weak. Weak does not have compassion for the strong. Weak envies the strong. Weak is afraid of the strong, and they lash out at the strong. They want revenge from the strong. They want to pull the strong down to try to equalize the playing field. It's the total opposite. So these things that you're saying that you're embodying that should be prioritized as far as compassion, patience, and nurturing, those are not the things that leader embodies. Leaders embody logical thinking, meaning you think first before you let emotions fog your judgment, right? You are a linear thinker. You are a tactical thinker. You are a deductive problem solver. You are assertive. Now, compassion, patience, those are things that all human beings need to have.
Can I speak now?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, because you went on a little tangent there.
Definitely cooking there. He really was. Okay, when you're looking at these average modern women, yeah, they're making their degrees and their diploma become their whole identity. Okay, they're allowing society to put a battery in their back, thinking that they're a boss babe, independent queen. Okay, they are leaders and so on and so forth. And it's like, okay, cool. You got your degree, congratulations. You are a functioning human being. You know, when you're looking at men doing these dirty jobs, putting their lives on the line every single day to make the world go round and to make sure that we have electricity, water, the, you know, things that we take for granted every single day. Okay. Majority of those jobs are being dominated by men. Okay. And it's not because women don't have the option to be in these positions. It's more so they don't want to be in those positions. Okay. Modern women today, generally speaking, don't want to do dirty jobs. Okay. They don't want to put their lives on the line to do these jobs that are actually making the world go round.
Well, I was asking you questions so I can get information, and then I gave you a rebuttal.
Okay, your rebuttal seemed like a little tangent that was a little emotional driven.
No, passion, that's what it was, but a tangent is when it's scattered, right? Mine was very right to the point.
What, Brother Fugazi? Is that what that is? Is that your name?
No, that's not my name.
What's
Come
your name?
on.
Cooley.
Cooley. Nice to meet you, Cooley.
You don't know you on my podcast. You don't know my name? You ain't do your research? What?
Well, actually,
this is why you can't be a leader.
Listen.
I would never go on someone else's stream and not know their name. It's a prime example.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Cooley. Compassion, yes, is a very good trait for a leader. Because if you're compassionate, you put yourself in somebody else's shoes. So therefore, you're not rushing to judgment. 2, having a nurturing mindset does not make you want to destroy another person, which you seem to feel like a good leader needs to be able to destroy something.
No,
and you should not want
no, that's not what I said. So you used compassion before, right? So let's speak about compassion, so we can understand it.
I'm going on all of the things that I said because you.
Okay, got it. So in regards to compassion, right? I just want to let's take it point by point, like we was doing before, right? Mm-hmm. So in regards to compassion, women are physically weaker than men. Do you agree to that truth or no?
Well, that's biologically. That's just a biological.
That's a biological fact. Okay, let's speak about it logically, right? If someone is physically stronger than someone else, I would argue that they're more likely to be compassionate.
But we see different in our society.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect.
I don't think it's incorrect. Domestic violence statistics don't think it's incorrect.
That is incorrect. Women hit men. Men just don't report it because we're compassionate. It's like, we're not going to call the police. These little hits didn't even hurt. I'm trying to tell you, men are more compassionate than women because we're physically stronger. You know that your sexuality can be taken from you and all women's sexuality can be taken from them.
And we
all
don't
of
talk
them.
about.
Let me finish real quick. Let me finish. All women on this planet, your sexuality, your virginity can be took from you by men. And guess what? The majority of women on this planet, it isn't taken from men. Men aren't taking your vagina from you. Men go through the regular courting process. You know why? It's because men have compassion for the weak. We know that we are physically stronger than you, but we still court you. We don't have to court you. You think, listen, let's go to the base root of things. I want to tell you something. Listen, Crown Goddess, I want to tell you something. You truly living in La La Land. You thinking that all of these women are just, well, we have more compassion and life is so good. Like, yeah, I wasn't raped when I was young. Now we know the cases, the small cases out of all the billions of people in the world. We know that there are small cases of bad men that do bad things. I'm not excusing that. Those people are idiots, right? They're bad. They should go to jail. Actually, more than jail. They deserve the death penalty if you are raping a woman. But those cases are the exception to the rule. The majority of women living in America aren't being raped, right? With that being said, men still are capable of taking everyone's virginity, every woman's virginity. Even the most smallest docile man can take a woman's virginity. Meaning take it, not like she's going to give it up to him. He can physically take it without her authority. But men aren't doing that. So I'm telling you, we are physically stronger and we have compassion. If we didn't have compassion, it would be grape would be like prevalent. It would be a prevalent thing, meaning that it's happening every day. But it's not happening every day because we have compassion for you. So what I'm telling you, the strong have compassion. The weak don't have compassion. Weak don't even live in reality. They envy the strong.
Okay, brother Cooley. All right, so I want to just point out real quick on your stream, right? How your behavior as far as the conversation and how you communicate change from the last brother to me, because now you are dominating the conversation, whereas the last person that was on the live, you patiently waited for them to finish their statements.
That is incorrect.
That is a narcissistic.
The last conversation on a panel wasn't a debate. What are you talking about?
Well, that's true. That's true.
And also, the last person I had on the channel, the one guy, it was a moment that I got passionate with him. It was a moment when we were speaking about politics and I got passionate with the guy and I was screaming at him like, bro, what are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. So if we're being truthful, Crown Goddess, the same energy I'm giving you is the same energy I gave that other man at one moment in a conversation because he was just living in delusion land, right? And this is how I'm viewing this conversation, that you're living in delusion land.
So anybody that does not agree with your statements is delusional? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you think that women are better leaders than men, and you would choose a woman leading a nation and leading a family over men. That's delusional.
Yeah. Well, no, we didn't say nothing about family. We said the nation and
listen, before a nation starts, I know, but like you saying things that's so incorrect. Before a nation starts, a relationship starts.
All right, guys, so there you have it. Okay, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Okay, we have so much data proof to suggest a woman leading a relationship, for example, is not a good idea. Even when you're looking at the lesbian divorce rate, I believe it's like 80%, like something along those lines. Don't quote me on that, but it's definitely a lot higher than a heterosexual man and a woman. Okay, I'm just saying. So we have data, numbers, history, examples, right? The list goes on and on and on. And I'm not talking about a man being a dictator. Okay, I'm not talking about a man barking up orders and, you know, mistreating a woman. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a capable man that is a leader. Okay, a man that has a plan. Okay, a man that can come into a situation and lead. Okay, genuinely lead, have genuine intentions in regards to what he wants to do in that relationship or marriage. I'm just saying. Okay, and you have these modern women out here that want to go against the grain, even when you're looking at the scripture. What does the scripture say? God, Christ, man, woman, child. I'm just saying. But let me know what you guys think. Give me some feedback. And until next time.